Good evening from InvestSharp.com. This is Randy Smotone with your Friday, November the 5th market update. So had another decent day. The market was resting today. It wasn't too bad. So actually it was interesting, and every once in a while this happens. We actually had the dollar, gold, silver, copper, and oil were all up together today. And every once in a while that does happen. So light sweet crude futures were actually up another 36 cents to settle at $86.85 a barrel. So taking a look at the dollar ETF, the UUP, and we had all this selling, but we didn't have much buying. But we got back up into, whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Got back up into here. So got a little bounce out of this, channel. I mean, we've been pretty much bouncing up and down in this channel. And looking at the weekly, we actually did wind up. We did close actually above this weekly trend line where we've touched clear back to 2008. This maroon colored line. So we actually did close above it, but we are in this channel down in the dollar. So let's go take a look at the West Texas Intermediate Crude Point and Figure chart. So as you can see, we're up at some resistance. We've been up here before, back earlier in the year, and so we are at some resistance on crude. But I mean, with the QE2 and everything, and the dollar, even though it's strength a little bit, I'm sure we're going to wind up breaking through. And we do actually have the bullish price objective has now increased with this printing of this new box to $102 a barrel. So that'll be kind of an ouch at the gas pump, as I'm sure they're out, like I said, running out there every day raising prices right now as oil continues to go higher. So we are at resistance on oil. Let's take a look at the Dow. So the Dow closed up today about 9 points. We were pretty much flat. I mean, we were 11,444 is where we closed. We're up 0.08%, but strong showing and typical of a big rally day. Even if we pulled back some into here, still be very healthy. It'd look fine. Take a look at the S&P. S&P, let's go a little further out here. So S&P, is closing above this previous April of this year's high. So it's looking pretty good. Now we'll note on the S&P, if we go to the weekly chart, so we've had some, here we're breakdown congestion areas of 1,250. So we're not too far off that. Got to 1,227 today. So just keep that in mind that this probably should be some decent resistance for us to get past this 1,250. But even if we pull back, I don't think unless something changes, I don't think it's going to be anything dramatic. Certainly not a correction. Let's go to look at the Russell. Russell had the largest percent gain again today. It was up 0.43%, so it's breaking higher. Let's look at a 9-month. There we go. So we have not taken out the April highs, believe it or not, on the Russell. We haven't got there yet. So the April high was 745.95, so basically 746. We're getting there. And if you look at the weekly chart of the Russell, right? So we've broken out just above this downtrend line. I mean, trend lines aren't exact, but it looks like we've broken out above it a little bit on the weekly. And 750 is going to be, and we got to 738 today. 750 here on the Russell should be some resistance. And if you think about it, I mean, all-time highs in the Russell are not that far away. I mean, 856 and where we are now. I mean, that's just, not all that far. We're talking about all-time highs, and we're not near there yet. But something to keep in mind. Very strong right now. But we are going to have this resistance level. And then looking at the NASDAQ, again, looking pretty good. We have taken out the April highs on the NASDAQ. And why is my chart's locking up or something? Let's see what it's doing here. Okay, since finally the chart's unfrozen here. So looking at the NASDAQ, again, very strong. Go back here. We've already taken out the April's. Look at the weekly. We actually have broken out above this weekly, which is very strong for the NASDAQ. And this weekly line here that's 2008. So it's looking really good. Let's take a look at the volume. Actually the volume was actually decent today. It wasn't too bad. I believe the Russell was actually, had the biggest percent gain. It actually had the weakest volume. It was actually below average daily volume, but the Qs and the diamonds and the SPY all had at least around average daily volume today. Looking at GLD, still looking good. It's got buying behind it. Looks fine. Silver, still looking good. Copper via JJC, still looking fine, looking strong. Look at the VIX, volatility index. There is none. There's, it's sitting. It's trying to hold the support area here, but where it's been down here before, but still trying to hold up. But option pricing is pretty nice right now. Not too bad. Let's look at the FXE. Euro actually pulled back a little bit today. A very light volume though. No, not real any selling. Even it's down some, but there was very light volume on this pullback in the euro. And look at XLF. XLF moving higher. Banks did really well today, so definitely if you're not in financials, check some out. They're looking pretty good. And then home builders, XHB, broke out yesterday. It continues to look good, even though this little pullback thing here, selling a little bit. It's no big deal. Still looks fine here. And let's see. Let's go look at the McClellan oscillator. It shouldn't have moved a whole lot because we didn't do a whole lot today. So yeah. So actually kind of went sideways. So we're at 35. We're not overbought. We need to go up here, 50, 60, 80, much higher to be overbought. Of course, oversold's down here, so that looks fine. Let's go take a look at the sectors. So 10 of the 16 sectors we follow finished in the green today. The bank index had the largest percent gain, up 2.16%. Software index was the weakest, down 0.58%. It's probably kind of due for a rest here, so it had been pretty strong. It's not too bad. Of course, on Fridays, there is no chart watch on Fridays. I will post my weekly watch list on Sunday. I know everyone hates that. Boo. No chart watch. So let's go look at the current market signals here on the point figure charts. Of course, all these are on buy. I mean, continue to be very strong here. We'll go look at gold. See how the gold's that's not what I wanted. There we go. Gold. Okay, so bullish price objective for gold right now. Point figure chart, $1,520 an ounce. Looking good. Silver. Bullish price objective is 29, which we're getting up there. We're not that far away from it, and of course it can go on and on and on and exceed this, but that's the price objective now. So we're not very far off from the current price of baked on, and it's based, the point figure calculates this based on these patterns here. Copper. Bullish price objective of 420, which is $4.20. Again, not that far away from it. But, still looking fine. And we'll look at nat gas. So again, this is the continuous contract. I mean, going basically nowhere. But some of the nat gas stocks are actually getting a nice little bid. So Monday, there's really no economic data out on Monday, so we're kind of on our own Monday, so we don't have to worry about any headline risk other than things that happen over the weekend. And so that's all I have for you today. Have a great weekend, and thanks for watching.